Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. So today is update day and we got Scurrius the Rat King. Now the Rat King is a very low level boss, basically intended to teach people PvM mechanics. Now I've been having a lot of fun with it, so I'll quickly show you the gear that I take. Yes, very overkill gear for this low-level boss, but personally I've been taking Ellinia Face Guard, Fire Cape, Amulet of Torture, Rada's Blessing, Bandos, Primordial Boots, Ferocious Gloves. I recently just got the Bone Mace. If not, just take any melee weapon, it doesn't really matter, a whip, doesn't matter. Dragon Defender, and the Ring of Suffering. Now, as for my inventory, I've got the Dragon Dagger for the spec attack, which is very helpful, a super combat potion, some prayer potions, an escape teleport, and a bunch of food. Now, how to actually get to the rat, you first want to teleport over to Varrock, so I'm just going to be using my portal nexus to get over there very quickly, and then you want to run a bit north up towards the sewer. Now, climb down this manhole right here. And yeah, it's very easy to actually get to this boss. Once you're inside of the sewer, just head a little bit east. And you are already basically here. It's very nice, easy to get to. Lots of players just come in here if you go to a populated world. Now you can fight this boss with a ton of players, which would be really cool experience if you are a low level. But they have this awesome option right here where you can go to a private room and then ask it to never ask that again, and we should be right into the boss room by ourselves. Okay, so I'll try my best to explain the mechanics of the boss. It's very, very simple. So there's these things that come from the sky, and you just want to dodge them. And make sure you're praying melee the whole time until he does his special moves. And you can take pretty much little to no damage this entire fight. So once he gets to about, this much HP, he comes here and starts eating cheese. Now, the green one, you want to pray range, and the blue one, you want to pray mage. Very simple, still avoiding the drops from the sky. And yeah, it's as easy as that, really. I'll start attacking this guy again. That is a mage attack. And another mage coming in. And at this point of the fight, he will spawn a bunch of minions. Now, this is where you want to use your special attack in the center, because you can still use all of the random abilities. But yeah, it's very easy, right? I've got pretty overpowered gear for it, but it's very easy. I'll go through another quick kill just because it's just, it's hard to see when the fight goes so quickly. So we're going to start off by just praying melee, avoiding all of the things falling from the sky. And land a big hit, come on. Yeah, we're not hitting anything with this little bone mace. I just thought I would try it out because it's supposed to be best in slot. Okay. Keep hitting. When he comes up to the cheese, we have to worry about our different prayers. That's a magic one. And a range one. So you can take pretty much no damage if you get all the mechanics right, which is something I love about certain bosses of the game. This is very good for low levels too, because it teaches the basics of most of the other bosses in the game, right? There's a lot of prayer switching involved, dodging things from the sky. And yeah, very cool boss. Now we'll get a land in a spec here. And yeah, that is the Rat King defeated. Very simple. Okay, so on the 5th kill, we got the spine, which I just looked it up now, and you can actually turn it into rat weaponry. And basically what the rat weaponry does is it'll hit harder against rats, so I might go make that and see how it does. Okay, so apparently we need a rune mace, and we can use this on the spine. I need an anvil. Alright, let's see what this looks like. There we go. We now have the bone mace. That's a cool little item there. It's obviously got to be a lot worse than this, right? We'll see. Oh, damn. Yeah, this thing is awesome. It just hits like a truck. I just hit a 49 on Scurrius. Damn, that was such a quick kill with this mace. I'm always expecting the drop to be amazing, and then you get 3 tuna. This weapon's fast too. Snipe all the giant rats, easy. Apparently this is like one of the best ways in the game to actually gain combat experience now. So maybe goodbye to the days of sand crabs. Maybe people actually do bossing to get their combat experience now. See, look at that, 49. That wasn't even a max hit. That's what you like to see, a rune drop on the ground. This is gonna be so good for low level accounts, man. Just, I like it a lot so far. Ooh, let's go, a second spine drop, if I could find it right here. So that's 2 and 23 kills. Okay, so the recipe to make the range version of the rat weaponry is a U short bow and the spine. And this will make us a bone, what did that say, short bow? Interesting. Alright, so we're going to test this out with range and see how the bow does. So it looks like he'll just keep following you. Range is my favorite combat style in the game, so maybe I'll prefer it more with this bow. I do have rune arrows, though. We'll see what's happening here. It's obviously like similar. The fight's going to be pretty much exactly the same. Besides, we're going to be using range now. But I don't know if this is going to be more accurate or not. We'll have to see in a couple of kills. That's one thing that's kind of interesting. His special attacks have like a crazy different, not different animation, but it's just like more spread out because of the fact that he's from a farther distance. But yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same thing. But we're gonna one hit all these rats as always. Yeah, range can be just as good. And that drop was like 8,000 GP, and cash can be so big for low levels. Oh my god, we got this another spine. I guess that means we can make the mage. Okay, now the recipe to make the mage version is 1,000 chaos runes, a battle staff, and the spine. So I need a chisel to do that. Of course we do, Jagex. So let's just go ahead, combine all this together, and we've got the bone staff. And it looks like for the staff, you actually can just charge it up with chaos runes. Alright, I'm excited to try out magic at this boss. Something I think is so cool that you can use all 3 combat styles at this boss, and they should all be like relatively similar, the same damage output or whatever, and whatever you kind of want to train, which I think is very, very cool. And it looks like as well that the staff is doing wonders for us, just the same as the bow did, so very, very cool. I don't know, I feel like the staff's good, man. I might just use the staff because it just seems like it's hitting like consistently good all of the time, and it's just, I don't know, it just seems so smooth. I like the animation of it. Very, very cool. And look, we got a shark from that. Now, what does the Rat King drop? So 100% of the time, it will drop big bones and raw rat meat, which is basically useless. And then for equipment, it will drop adamant and rune, which these can be very good for low levels. Those 20, 30k drops can be absolutely massive. For runes and ammunition, we've got adamant arrows, rune arrows, chaos death, and law runes, all very good runes for that level of account, right? And it will also drop food, which is great, and prayer potions to help you last there even longer. We got things from all the way from trout all the way to sharks, and prayer potions, ranging, and super combat, so that you can, you know, continue fighting this boss. I love when they spit out the supplies for you. And then it will drop coins as well. Again, 1,000 to 9,000 in quantity, 1 in 16 chance, good for the low levels. And then we have the rare drops, which is the Scurrius spine, which is a 1 in 33 chance. I got all 3 in 27 kills, very cool. A 1 in 400 chance for a long bone, and a 1 in 5,000 chance for a curved bone. And the pet is still unknown. Now, this is the pet, and I want it so bad. I don't know exactly how rare it is. Might be, I'm going to say it's 1 in 3,000 or something like that. We'll have to see. But I'm wondering, obviously somebody probably has it, but this is such a cool pet that I will probably go for. Now, overall, what do I think of the boss? I think it is actually surprisingly one of the best updates that Jagex has made in a very long time. Now, the reason I say this is because it is something that low-level players don't really get to experience that often. There's a lot of low-level updates, but ones of this quality and that are this good, are very rare to happen to the game, right? And I think this is the perfect boss for somebody who doesn't really know too much about RuneScape, or maybe they do, but they've never experienced PvM. This is the perfect boss to get into because it teaches you prayer switching mechanics, running around the map mechanics. You gotta eat, you gotta switch your prayers, you know, and you can use your preferred combat style as well, which is another huge thing. I think at at most of the bosses in the game, you say have to use range or have to use magic or whatever it might be to kill. This one kind of lets you decide what you want to kill, and the actual drops that are best in slot are dropped by the boss, and they're not super rare. So if you want to go ahead and use melee against the boss, you get your first spine and you make the mace. I think it is such a cool design, and a lot of the top level players or high end players might think this update was essentially useless and pointless, but I think it's great because it's a way for lower level noob players to get into PvM so they can move on to bosses like Zalra, Vorkath. You know, if you start at a low level learning mechanics, right? I'm trying to think of like a 40 combat person. They would think this boss was extremely challenging, right? They're used to just going to their slayer task or doing whatever, and might not even have to pray. They might just be eating food. So this will teach them how to pray, how to run around the game, different tiles and stuff like that. I really think this is a solid update by Jagex. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys would like me to kill this boss for 10 hours straight, and we can see the loot from then and maybe even get ourselves the pet. Now, I actually killed 27 of them in this video, and we managed to get 249k, which really isn't too bad for how low of a level this boss is and how quick the kills were. A lot of good alchables, some runes, some cash, and we got 3 of the spines, which is just insane. We also got a piece of cheese, which I believe is a 1 in 100 drop. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video today. Go have fun killing the new rat boss. It is a blast. Get yourself the new upgrades, fill out the collection log, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.